So why don't we start with an update? Tell us, where LCEVC is in the whole, adoption curve, and yeah, let's just start there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's exciting times, and it dovetails quite nicely also with the topic of this conversation because LCVC is a very, very interesting technology because it applies to so many things. It's an enhancer, it's not a codec, it applies to any codec and consequently it has so many applications that sometimes we lose count of the use cases. Even today I was discussing about a new one that I'm not at liberty to discuss yet, but it's awesome because it has nothing to do with compression, for instance. and,
That's cool.
and because it's an enhancement, it's a multi-layer enhancer, and that creates a number of benefits. In terms of adoption, as you know, it started with SBTVD in Brazil, and that was, of course, very important at the very beginning of the process of ramp up of adoption of LCVC. That is continuing very well, and in particular, we are coordinating the Olympics showcase that will be an
Amazing.
excellent and very important showcase for TV 3.0, which is the most innovative broadcast standard on the planet.
Yeah.
Recently, there have been quite a lot of news, and yeah, that's an excellent showcase for what LCVC can do. And
Mhm.
also, LCVC is getting traction and adoption in social media. That's also half public, let's say,
Mhm.
and that is kind of scaling up. And hopefully, we'll see some news about that over the course of the year because. As much as everybody would like to see it happening at scale sooner, it always requires quite a long time kind of to do all the tests, to
Yeah.
prepare for deployment, etc. It's always slower than we would like it, but
Yes.
it's happening, which is the important thing. And
Yeah.
also, LCC is getting implemented in the ecosystem. A few months ago, there was the announcement from Realtek, a major chipset vendor, leader
Mhm.
in set-top box chipsets. That's very important in
Mhm.
terms of ecosystem adoption. There's probably
Mhm.
another one coming up soon of similarly powerful ecosystem adoption announcements. And in general, also, we are working as Vinova to contribute LCVC more and more to open source projects. For
Mhm.
instance, um, in the upcoming releases of some of the most
Mhm.
important open source projects,
Mhm.
LCVC will be embedded in them, and that's very helpful because people will be able
Yeah.
to experiment and play with the
Yeah.
technology in a much easier fashion. So we're working a
Yeah.
lot to make it easier for people to adopt it, essentially.
Yeah.
And then there's the use case of pixel streaming. Pixel streaming
Mm.
is an excellent use case for LCVC, both in terms of game streaming and in terms of XR, and
Yeah.
that's really useful.